Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how I am going to dye one of my wool sweaters. This is very different from the normal content that you usually see on my channel, but I was very curious how this sweater will turn out, and maybe it's for the best if I will dye it. So I thought, let me just experiment with it and let me share with you all this experience that maybe it can help someone of you out there. So I hope you are going to enjoy this short video of mine. This is kind of like I'm just going to show you a little bit what I am doing, and it's very hard to explain all the steps and to talk and in the same time to dye the color, because I have to be careful with the color. So I am just going to try all my best to film from different angles so you can see everything that I'm doing very well, and I'm going to try to explain a little bit the whole process of it. So yeah, this is the sweater that I have been knitting last spring. And probably if you are for some time in my channel, you have seen this sweater. I knitted this one with 50% wool and the rest is, I don't know, some other fibers that I don't really 100% remember. But I am not very crazy about this color. And what I am going to wear this sweater with is a dress that I love, and I think in navy color this will be perfect, but in this color it doesn't really go anywhere with my wardrobe. So yeah, this is the whole thing. I'm going to dye this one in navy blue because I think navy blue is a universal color that I can wear with so many other things in my wardrobe. So yeah, if you are interested, follow me. Yeah, so this is the space. I'm doing this on my bathtub because I do not want to have dye on my carpet or anywhere in the house. So I'm just going to do this on my bathtub. I had this plastic. I'm gonna pour in some warm water, and with the warm water it is recommended that I just pour also some liquid soap, a little bit of liquid soap. I'm gonna pour in the warm water, and also for the wool it is recommended a cup of vinegar. So I'm gonna put this one as well, and of course I'm gonna shake well and dye with my dye color. I got it from Rit. Yeah, it's navy blue. And also this you have to choose because there is the color for synthetic fibers and there is the color, the dye color for not synthetic ones. So in my case, because most of it is wool, so I got the non-synthetical one, so be careful about that as well. So let's prepare all the mixture and let's start this process, which I am very excited about. So firstly, I started to warm water from my kitchen with my water boiler, but then I saw that the quantity of the hot water needed was huge. So then I ended up filling the plastic container with hot water from my shower. Then I made sure that the water was not too hot and not too cold. Then I started to pour in the vinegar and also a little bit of soap, 1 teaspoon of liquid soap. And then at the end I shaked well the dye color and I poured it in the plastic container. And then lastly, of course, you have to use, do not forget, you have to use some big plastic gloves. Then I started to mix well the water with the dye color, and once that was mixed well, I put in my sweater. Then I continued stirring and stirring and stirring a long time. It was recommended 30 minutes to 1 hour, and I was so worried about this sweater that I ended up stirring for about 1 hour. But of course you don't have to up to 1 hour. I was checking time after time if the color was dark enough, and at the beginning I thought that it was not so dark, but then slowly the sweater became darker and darker and darker, so you have to trust the process. That is what I learned. Once the 1 hour of stirring was up, I just poured the dye that was in the plastic container on the bathtub, and then it just drained from there, and I saw that my bathtub became kind of purple, so I had to clean a lot afterwards. Seeing how long and the results that I got for the sweater, and also the amount of dye and color that I had on my bathtub, I'm not sure I want to go through this experience again, because I felt that it does not do good to the environment, and I felt a little bit guilty of pouring all this dye in my bathtub and down the drain. But however, it is a great experience, and I think that I learned a lot from it. But I'm not sure that I want to do this in the near future. But you have to keep in mind that this is not a very environmental friendly process. However, once the dye was drained totally, then the instructions were that I had to rinse out with water until all the color was clean. After that, the last step was to pour some lukewarm water and some detergent in it, and washing up the sweater and rinse it up until, of course, there was no more color dye coming out of it. After dyeing garments and things with the red color, it is best that if you wash them again next time, there will still be some color coming out. So just be aware of that. If you mix the things that you dye with other garments, they might get color out of it. So you have to be aware of that as well. So once it was all rinsed up and there was no more color coming out, I just placed the sweater on top of 2 huge towels. Then I just placed the sweater with my hands, rolled it, tried to take out as much water as possible, and then lastly I just opened it up and lay it flat, and I left it there for about 2 days or so. So you guys, this is how my sweater turned out. I'm going to put for you also some footage of me trying on the sweater with the dress that I imagined. But today is the second day because I waited 2 days until it was totally dry. But let me show you how the sweater turned out. Now you can probably see that it is not 100% navy. You can also see the shine through, and this is because there is some polyester in it. I already knew that, and the whole gold thing cannot be dyed with navy blue because it's not a natural fiber like the rest of the yarn. So I was expecting that. So there is some shine to it, and that's okay as well. Other than that, I am quite happy with the result. The only thing is that I wish it was more dark, It is kind of navy mixed with brown. Probably it is because the other fibers did not have the navy color, because they were not wool, they were not natural fibers. But even the natural fibers, I feel they are not 100% navy. So I don't know. I think that I followed the whole process 100%, and I feel that all the quantities and everything that I put inside, like the dish soap and the vinegar that I had to put inside, I think I put the right amount, and I also stayed for over 1 hour just mixing up and turning all around, because I have seen a few tutorials online that they would dye cashmere or these other natural fibers, and they would all recommend to, at least for 30 minutes, to just stay there and stir the piece of garment that you are dyeing the color. So they all recommended that, and I did that, and I actually stayed for, I think, nearly 1 hour. So I don't know, I mean, I am quite okay with how it turned out. It's just I wish it was more dark, because I feel it is a little bit like not enough dark. So it's kind of a mixture between blue and brown. So yeah, that's how it is. But however, I do feel that it is much better of what it was in the beginning, because that color, the camel color, for me, it's just a no-no, at least around my face. It just doesn't help my color complexure. I don't think that was a good color for me. And even though this one is not the perfect navy blue, but still I feel that is much better from the camel. So I am quite happy with how it turned out, and I'm very sure that I'm gonna love this sweater and I'm gonna wear this sweater a lot. It is very warm, and it has also a lot of mohair inside, which I love. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this short dye with me video, and I hope that maybe it helped some of you out there. Maybe if you are thinking that you are going to dye a sweater or something in the future, I hope this video helped you. And if you're here just because you were curious on how this thing turned out, I hope also you enjoyed this video as well. So yeah guys, I will see you on my next one. Bye!